today? How are we doing today? If you can hear me loud and clear, type loud and clear in the chat. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. So if you're just joining us, you're welcome. Type loud and clear in the chat if you can actually hear me loud and clear. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Grace. So I can see so many people are just joining us, so you're welcome. My name is Muhammad Suleiman, and I am the Chief Operating Officer here at NIGERIan Analytics and manage operations. And in today's session, I would be your pilot. So strap your seatbelt and prepare for takeoff. Are we ready? Are we ready? Because I am. Are we ready? Are we ready? So you can give me a thumbs up, or you can just type, I am ready or something. Just show me a sign that you're ready. Okay, just show me a sign. All right. While we go ahead. All right. So first things first, I've done a little bit of introduction about myself. So I'm also joining in from Lagos. So I want to know, where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? Are you joining from Lagos? Are you joining from Kano? Are you joining somewhere in Kenya? Are you joining from somewhere in the UK, or somewhere from North America? Let me know where you are joining us from. Are you joining us from the Middle East, from Abuja, from Ghana? Let us know. Okay, fantastic. I can see the Lagosians in the house. You're welcome. Grace is joining us from Abuja. All right, brilliant one. So we are still expecting a lot more people to join us. Okay, but guess what? We will not wait for them. As if that is, not good enough. We will not be spending much time in this session, so it's going to be a very brief session. Okay, maximum an hour, and then we'll take questions. Okay, and it may not even reach 1 hour. So I want you to pay attention for the next 40 to 45 minutes, and then you'll be able to ask me questions afterwards. Now, what we are going to be doing in tonight's session is going to hover around some practical things that you need to know to be able to succeed effectively in the tech ecosystem. Okay, what are the opportunities like, especially for an African who is looking, to get into the tech ecosystem? All right. So now let's go ahead. For those who are joining us for the first time, okay, I introduce myself, but not in details. So my name is Mohammed Suleiman, COO here at NIGERIAN Analytics, and I've had the opportunity to rack up over half a decade of experience in the workspace, and I've had the opportunity to work with Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is one of Italy's largest luxury car brands, and I worked with their branch in the US remotely from Nigeria. So in my experience as well, I've been graced with the opportunity of tutoring and mentoring quite a lot of Africans, helping them switch into the tech space. A little bit about NIGERIAN Analytics as well. NIGERIAN Analytics is an edtech firm, and what we do is we help Africans get into the tech space through specialized data-centric tech career paths. And in almost 2 years of our operations now, we've helped a very good number of people get into the tech space. And we do that by bringing on board professionals who work these jobs that you are looking to get into, and they help you get into the space seamlessly, sharing their own experience with you firsthand. All right. So that's just a brief one about us, but we came here to talk about something more important. Okay. And that is you. All right. So the first thing we'll go through is, so have people actually passed through this and actually got results? We'll talk about some of them, and then we'll go into some of the things you can do to follow in their own footsteps to get into the tech space as well. And then I'll give some special announcements, and you'll also be able to ask me questions at the end of the session. Now, as the session is going on, there will be an attendance form. It's going to come in form of a link in the chat box. So keep an eye on the chats popping up, and ensure to click on it, fill it out, so that you can gain access to my slides and the recording of this session, and probably even more. Okay, so let's go ahead. This is Esther. Esther, this young lady, finished from the School of Nursing. Okay, and this was, um, if you call it, a dream career path for her. She was in the space she wanted to be, and anytime I talk about Esther, I remember myself as well. I was highly passionate about engineering. I did mechanical engineering back in school, highly passionate about it. But very quickly, and this is where I see myself in Esther, all right, as well. Esther realized that, yes, this is my passion. Okay, this is where I want to be, but not where I actually want to be financially. So Esther, Esther wanted a whole lot more. So what she did was, what she did was, she decided to go into tech, and this was February this year. And 3 months later, after our training program, she got a job as a monitoring and evaluation analyst working with Pro. Not just Esther. And wait, before I even go away from Esther, let's just track back a little bit. One of the things Esther struggled with, and I love to talk about people's struggles so that you know that it's the struggle is real, right? Esther struggled with, being overwhelmed. She was overwhelmed at some point, and that was where our Expect mentorship came into play. Now, this is something new. You've not done this before. It's a new terrain for you. So, are you surprised that you feel overwhelmed? That was the conversation with Esther. So, is it coming as a shock or as a surprise to you? And that was when she said, "Oh no, I'm not actually shocked." Okay, in that case, then this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Where don't you understand? Let's attack those elements that are making you feel overwhelmed. So you don't understand this and it's exhausting you, right? Let's look at it together. And that was how Esther, was able to surmount that very, issue of being overwhelmed. This is Naomi. Naomi works in a francophone country, and at some point, it's a bank. So at some point, their bank got acquired by, another one. And for those who were foreigners there, including herself, they were either outrightly sacked, which was true for most of them, or they were relegated, which was in her own case. In fact, she applied to leave. They did not allow her leave for some reason. Now she was disgruntled, but she said, you know what, I'm going to get skilled, and so skilled that I can work from home. And she joined one of our programs, and this was earlier this year. Fast forward March 2025, the same company that was relegating her told her that, look, we created a new department, and because of your activity on LinkedIn, we want you to head that department. She said, you know what, I'm going to have to think about this. I said, no, there's nothing to think about. Take it. She said, okay, I'm going to take it. I can assure you I'll take it. But guess what? Are you going to at least train me to be able to effectively head the department? And that was the point where they told her, Naomi, your we see your activity, we see your activity on LinkedIn. You are the one that will train others, not the other way around. Not the other way around. Okay. So, and that was how Naomi's story went. Now, as we speak currently in the data ecosystem, there are somewhere around 35,000 open roles as we are speaking right now. And guys, the attendance form is in the chat box. You want to click on that link, fill it out, and ensure you fill it out so that you can get access to my recording and this particular slide that I'm showing you. All right. So I'm not just going to come here and tell you that, oh, there are 35,000 jobs. Let's see if we can, have a look at it practically on LinkedIn. So let's go to LinkedIn. All right. How many of you are familiar with LinkedIn? How many of you are familiar with LinkedIn? How many of you are familiar with LinkedIn? If you have a LinkedIn account, you can just maybe do a thumbs up or type LinkedIn in the chat. Type LinkedIn in the chat so I know that you actually have a LinkedIn account. You have a LinkedIn account. Let me know if you have a LinkedIn account. Okay, brilliant. Some of us have a LinkedIn account. Only one person, only two people have a LinkedIn account. Oh, okay, okay. All right, so I can see more responses now. Brilliant. So now, the reason I'm bringing you to LinkedIn here is so that I can show you what the demand for data-centric roles look like. Okay, but in the process of showing you this, I will inadvertently be teaching you how to look for a job. So in your own interest, I want you to listen very carefully, okay? Because you're about to learn how to look for a job for free. All right, especially if you're looking for remote jobs, data-centric jobs, as an African. Now, this is my profile, all right? But what you really want to do is you want to come here, okay? And let me just share my profile in the chat in case you want to, maybe connect with me on LinkedIn. I don't mind. You can shoot me a connection. I'll be so happy to connect with you after this session. Now, you want to come here and search. You want to come here and search uh, data analyst. Let's start with data analyst, okay? One of the most popular and arguably saturated. Okay, people say it's saturated, all right, without proof. So, data analyst, I hit the enter button. Now, once you hit the enter button, you want to click on jobs right here, jobs. Okay, you search data analyst, you want to click on jobs. Okay, click on jobs. Now, once you click on jobs, LinkedIn will show you the available jobs as of that point in time. Now, the key learning point here for you as a newbie is you want to ensure that your location is not Lagos, your location is not Abuja, your location is not Kano, your location is not Ghana, your location is not Nigeria. You want to ensure your location is what? EMEA. EMEA, which means Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? Are we together? Am I making sense? So you want to ensure that your location is EMEA. Now, what EMEA will do for you is it widens your horizon, okay, and does not keep you limited to your own locality, especially those who are looking to work remotely. Are we together? Are we together, guys? Are we together? I want to see this should be an interactive session, so I want you to respond in the chat, okay, or give me a thumbs up, something. Let me know that we are together. Brilliant. Because we're almost at the end of the session. I told you I won't waste your time. Come here, we'll talk about the real thing, and we move on. Now, but one thing I want to show you here, which is the actual thing that I came to show you here, is I want us to take a moment to look at this. Take a moment to look at this figure right here. What do you see? What do you see here? What figure is that? What figure is that? 13,676 vacancies. 30, let me say it again. 13, 1 and 3, 13,676 job vacancies. Guys, 13,676 job vacancies, and it is just one job you're looking for, just one. That's what you need. Okay, that's what you need to get the bragging rights that, oh, I also have gotten into the tech space. Okay, now how many are we on this call? We're currently 37. Let's assume all of us get job. We get a job out of this 13,676. Where are the mathematicians in the house? Is that up to 1%? Is that up to, what am I saying? Yeah, is that up to 1% of the jobs? If all of us get jobs here, is that still up to 1%? Okay. So these are the things that we need to consider when looking for jobs. This not really, I think it's somewhere around 2%, if we're being honest. Okay, if all of us get jobs, yeah, maybe I'm not too good at maths. Okay, so maybe the mathematicians in the house should help out with that. But even if 30, let's do it like this. Even if 37 of us here get a job here from this, it still does not cover the 76 at the back. The 76 at the back of the 13,000, we have not covered that yet. Okay, so that's about 0.3%. Fantastic. So it's not up to 1%. It's not even up to half a percentage. So what are we talking about? So we need to realize that there is abundance in this ecosystem, and that sheer abundance makes it relatively easier to get into this career path. So, like I said, it's just one of those jobs you need, right? But guess what? A lot of us, a lot of Africans lack four fundamental things, and I want you to disagree with me when I start mentioning them. Okay, if you think, oh, Mohammed, this one you're saying I don't have, I have it already. Fine, fantastic. Okay, but I want you to remember what your response is, so that before the end of the session, I'll ask you that same question again. All right. Now, the first thing you lack is pro level Excel skills. Pro level Microsoft Excel skills. Now, let me ask, how many of us know how to use Microsoft Excel? Just type Excel in the chat. Type Excel in the chat. If you know how to use Microsoft Excel, just type Excel in the chat box. Excel. Let me see the Excel wizards in the house. And don't forget to fill out the attendance form. Okay, you see the blue link in the chat. Ensure to fill out the attendance form. All right, so that you get access to my slides, the recording, and any other thing I'll be sharing with you. Okay, it is safe to say everybody knows how to use Excel, right? Fantastic. I agree with you. So I want you to remember your answer. The second thing that you lack is what? A project portfolio. A project portfolio. I mean, you want to get a job, right? You want to be positioned to get a job. You need a project portfolio. Okay, if it's a master's you're doing, you want to pass an exam, you want to get a master's degree, you're going to or you want to get a first degree in data analytics and the likes, you don't need a project portfolio. But if it's a job you're looking for, then you need a project portfolio. Number three is you need personal brand visibility. So apart from polishing your LinkedIn profile, you need to come up with a strategy of posting every now and then and engaging with other people's posts in a way that you catch the attention of potential recruiters. And last but not the least, you need to follow those who know the road. You need to follow those who know the road, your mentors. Okay, your mentors, following a mentor makes a journey that would have taken you 2 years to be compressed to as little as 3 months. Are you with me, guys? So you don't have to make the same mistake and learn the same lesson these people have learned. You can actually learn them very fast by simply just tapping from them directly. So now, what we've done at Nebiat Analytics, I'm going to tell you, okay? But first, let me walk you through the process of getting a job. How does it even happen in the first place? And it's important to know this so that you can know why some of the things you get to learn and some of the things you lack are very important for you. Now, when you hit that apply button, okay, when you hit that apply button, a lot of us think your CV goes directly to the desk of the HR. Am I correct? You hit the apply button, you think, oh, I've submitted my CV, let the HR invite me for an interview. At least the majority of us think so, right? But that's not what happens. When you hit that apply button, your CV actually goes to what we call an ATS, 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 ATS. Are we together, guys? Your CV goes to what we call an ATS. Okay, Isaac, do not type your name in the chat. What you need to do is to click on the attendance form and fill it out. Okay, if you type your name in the chat, your attendance is not recorded. So click on that link you can see now in the chat, fill it out, and we'll record your attendance. Now, the ATS, okay, the ATS is an applicant tracking system that um, the ATS is an applicant tracking system that takes your CV, matches it with the it matches it with the um, job that you are applying to, and then it scores it on a scale of 1 to 100. Now, I want you to take a wild guess. What do you think the cutoff mark is? Because what it does, it will score you on a scale of 1 to 100, and anything below a particular score, it sends you an automated rejection email. Of course, it will delay it for like some days so that it seems as if an actual human being checked your CV. But the reality is that the moment you are hitting that apply button, the ATS already knows whether it's going to send you a rejection email or not. So I'm asking you now, guess in the chat box, what do you think is the cutoff mark for an ATS for a CV that would be able to scale through the ATS space? What do you think the cutoff mark would be ideally? Type it in the chat. Let me see. One on a scale of 1 to 100. Okay, 90%, 70%, 70%. Fantastic. So guess what? It ranges from 90 to 95%. It ranges from 90 to 95%. So for that reason, only people who are intentional about applying to that job would scale through, okay? Because their CV are more likely to match. You don't just take a random CV and apply. Even if the CV is a data analyst CV, for example, you need to tailor the CV to ensure that you are able to get past the ATS. Now, anything below 90 to 95, your CV gets rejected. Okay, most people fall here. All right, there was a day I applied to a job, I hit the apply button and I got an email, only for me to check the email and I saw it was a rejection from that job I just applied to, like literally immediately. And I thought, you know what, these guys are just being funny. And then the following day, they sent me another email. I checked again and I saw it was the exact same rejection email they sent before. And it felt like as if maybe they thought, in case I missed the first one, then here you go. That's the second one. We didn't make a mistake rejecting your CV. Okay, that was what it felt like. So it was a very funny sight, but it just goes to show you that there is a computer in charge of looking at your CV and sending you a rejection email. Okay, so if your CV scales through, meaning you're part of those who scored above 90 at least, then your CV goes to an actual human being that looks at your CV and then decides to bring you into an interview. And from the interview, you get a job. The hardest part in the hardest part of getting a job is scaling through the ATS. Majority of the people fail at that point. Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? Are we together? I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening. Are we together? I can't see any responses yet. Where are they? Okay, brilliant. Now, let's go ahead. Now, the reasons you should even consider data related roles in the first place is it's easy to learn. And when I say easy to learn, what I do not mean that, oh, you're just going to chill out in the beach, and you grab your phone and you can learn data analytics. So this is not Forex, okay? This is not Forex where they'll tell you, "Oh, you can just be in the beach and, you'll be making money." No, all right? When I say easy to learn, I mean that regardless of your previous background, you can jump on this, learn it to a point where you can say that I know how to do this thing. Am I making sense, guys? Now, the second thing is it is easy to transition. It is easy to transition. And the ease of transitioning is simply because of the sheer abundance. Okay. The job role is high in demand, comes in different shapes and sizes, and that makes it easy to transition after you've learned. And then it comes with fantastic salary projections. So these are the reasons why data-centric career paths are highly viable right now. Now, what we did at Nigerian Analytics is to craft out a 1 month intensive training where you get everything from beginner to pro level Excel dashboarding and mentorship. Now, in the very first week, you build this dashboard in Microsoft Excel. Yes, this is Microsoft Excel. Now, this is a screenshot of the dashboard. If I just show you the screenshots, will you believe this is Excel? You'll be like, oh, no, Mohammed, you built this somewhere else and you're giving us a screenshot. This is not Excel. How many of you feel like that? Let me hear. So I will then show you the actual dashboard in Excel. Let me show you the actual dashboard in Excel so you can clear your doubts. All right, where is it? I think this should be it. So let us clear our doubts. All right, let's clear our doubts. Okay, let's clear our doubts once and for all. Let me drag the Excel sheet here. Okay. Yeah, so this is the raw data set. Okay, this is the raw data set converted to an Excel table. I'm not sure if you know what an Excel table means, but I hope so. Okay, I hope you don't think it's an ordinary data set. But yeah, it came as an ordinary data set and then we converted it into an Excel table. Comes with some functionalities like structured referencing and the likes. And then this was summarized into what we call pivot tables. Okay, these are known as pivot tables. And then we have this resulting dashboards after compiling the charts that were extracted from the pivot table. So this is your Excel. Can you see the tabs? Can you see your Excel tabs? Those that are familiar with Excel. Okay, so do you believe now that this is an Excel dashboard? Let me move one of the charts so that you see that. Can you see that? So this is the level of Excel skill you need to be able to get the attention of a potential recruiter. You see that Excel that you say you know? If that is what you are banking on, I'm sorry. It's going to take a very long time for you to get the attention of any recruiter. Okay, so if you can't build something like this now, then you need to start finding a solution to that right now. Okay, so let me ask you that same question I asked you. Now, do you consider yourself, I mean, after seeing this dashboard, of course, do you still consider yourself to be a pro in Excel? Do you still consider yourself to be a pro in Excel? Of course. So meaning there is a lot to still learn, right? Especially around converting data sets into dashboards like that, which is actually the job of a data analyst. So, and this is just your week 1 project. It's a sales project end to end. Now, in the very second week, you build a human resource attrition report. Again, this is Microsoft Excel. Yes, it is still Microsoft Excel. Okay, let me show you this one again. All right, so you know that Muhammad came prepared for us tonight. Okay, so you guys are very important to us. Why not prepare? So now, as you can see, this is the dashboard in Excel. Okay, this is the HR dashboard in Excel. As you can see, can you see that, guys? Can you see this? Okay, so those are the charts. This is a trimmer. So this is called a trimmer. Okay, as you can see, uh this is a bubble chart. Okay, how many of you know how to build a bubble chart in Excel? How many of you? How many of you know how to do that? All right, so let me not make things too difficult for you. All right, so these are charts and visuals in Microsoft Excel, the same Microsoft Excel that you know. So again, this is the level of skill you need to get the kind of attention you're looking for if you want to get a job in data. So this is your second week end-to-end project. Now, in the third week, you'd cover what we call AI powered CV. Now, remember I said that whenever you apply, your CV goes through what? What's that thing I said your CV goes to first? Who can remember? I want to know now whether for sure you were following me all along. What was that thing that I said that your CV goes through for ATS? Fantastic. ATS. Now, the ATS, you want to build your own first. You have your own personal ATS. So whenever you have a job, you take the job description and then you upload your CV into the ATS and you tell the ATS to do the job match for you and score you on a scale of 1 to 1. And once it does that, you would have seen your fate. Okay, if you had applied. Okay, but it gives you a second chance because when you see the score, it also gives you recommendation to upgrade your CV for application. All right. So again, you can't get 100%. Nobody's looking for 100%, but 90 to 95 is usually the cutoff, so that only few relevant applicants makes it to the interview. All right. So that is AI powered TV. You also get portfolio creation. Now, a portfolio is look at it as your personal show glass. Okay, it is your personal what did I call it? Your personal show glass. Now, let me drag in a tab in here. Okay, let me show you what an ATS looks like. Sorry, not an ATS, rather a personal portfolio, a website portfolio. Okay, so this is the example of a portfolio. So it's a website. This is my personal website. Okay, and I built it for free. I built it without writing a single line of code, not one line of code, guys. And you can put this link on your CV, on your LinkedIn, and just click on view project. Okay, after reading, people can click on view project and see the kind of project you've worked on so far. Are we together, guys? So people can see the level of projects that you've worked on so far. Okay, so recruiters are usually impressed when they see that you are intentional enough to even build a portfolio like that. So while it looks like something so complex to build, I mean, if that was what I came here to teach you today, in under 1 hour, you build your own from scratch. You build your own portfolio from the very scratch, from nothing. You can build a portfolio. Okay, so that's not all. In the fourth week, you get LinkedIn optimization and mentorship. And when you look at everything that we've offered in this particular program, it covers all your needs as regards learning a skill so well to a pro level and also looking for an actual job. Okay, now as a bonus, as if this is not fantastic enough, as a bonus, you'd also get to work on more projects. Okay, you have a 1 month access, free access to one of our partner platforms where you gain access to 200 more Excel projects, and that will allow you add more projects to your portfolio. Guys, it will allow you add more projects to your portfolio, and these are some of the kind of projects you get to work on, and the likes. I've also added some more testimonials. So it's not just Esther and Naomi that got jobs. You have Ugochi. Ugochi was becoming a mom at some point, and she decided to step out of the corporate space. And when she was ready to get back in, she chose to go with tech because she didn't want to go back and start all over again. So she decided she joined our program. Fast forward, she got her very first job June 2025. Mind you, Ugochi suffered from what we call imposter syndrome. Okay, it's a very deadly pandemic that is common not just amongst beginners, but even amongst some of the popular, professionals that you know. Okay, um, imagine somebody asking me, "Oh, Mohammed, what if I get the job and flop?" What do you mean? What if you get the job? I mean, you came here because you're looking for a job. Now the job is scary. It is looking more likely that you get a job now, but you are scared, which is very normal. It's a very normal thing, especially for successful people. Okay, I mean, you came here, you said you want to get a job. Now the job is staring at you. That's a success, right? So the fear then comes from the fear of failing, the fear of being discovered, where in fact everybody learns whatever it is that they know right now. Okay, everybody started from somewhere, and you have the opportunity to keep improving. Okay, so it's a natural fear that comes, and if it's not handled correctly, it ends up degenerating into failure, even if it is a trait of successful people. Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? So that was what Ugochi, struggled with. Now, this is Mary. Mary saw us on Instagram, joined one of our programs because she was looking for a remote job, and she had gotten two internships. She got her first internship with Shironko Foundations, and currently she is on a 6 month paid internship with a long-term contract to follow that internship, in that same company. And whenever she shares her experience, she tells us that, look, Mohammed, I don't know what you want to tell me, right? The CV you gave us was the one that stood me out. I mean, 3,000 plus people applied for the same job, but I was the one that was chosen. So it shows how effective that extra bit that you are doing is, especially when you start looking for a job. And this is Oluwaseun Ojo. Oluwaseun Ojo used to work in a very small microfinance bank, and there happened to be a physical event at Lekki, Lagos, sometime last year, where I was invited to speak. Oluwaseun happened to be one of the participants or attendees that asked me a question, asked a lot of questions, and then eventually he joined one of our programs. And today, he's worked several contracts, freelance, and currently works with your Innovations Plug as a business analyst since March this year. And there are many more of them. You have Udwak Basi, you have Lebra Lawale, you have Helen Okar. Okay. Udwak Basi was an ordinary computer operator in an insurance company. She also worked with a very popular bank in Nigeria. If I mentioned their name, you'll be able to figure that out. But I won't mention it here. She, in that particular bank, she didn't get a promotion for about 5 years. So she got this offer from Sparkle Nigeria, and it was a remote job. Okay. And she told her current company that she was leaving. So they decided, you know what, I think it's time to promote her and keep her. So they did. They increased her salary, promoted her and the likes. And then she went back to Sparkle to tell them, you know what, um, I have been given a promotion, so and I think I want to stay back. And that was when they revised her offer on the spot, and it was no longer difficult for her to make that decision as of that time. Deborah Alawali, very fantastic professional. She got her first DM from a recruiter 3 weeks into our program where she posted her first Excel dashboard. And I love to talk about Helene Okai. Helene Okai got a job as a marketing data analyst after completing her program. And she's a biology graduate. I love to talk about Helene Okai because I prepared a recommendation letter, okay, myself. So, having talked about this set of people, right? Let me talk about the schedule of the program. It's a 1 month program, intensive 1 month program, 100% online, just as we are on this call. Um, the classes are Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And for 3 hours, you get to undergo real world case studies. Now, to make that experience a whole lot easier for you, you have what we call preparatory videos across the first 2 Sundays in your program, because the first 2 weeks is where you work on technical bit of things. So we give you preparatory videos to go through to ensure that before the class you are good, you understand some concepts and you even have practiced. So things are not alien for you in class. Now, you would use two platforms to learn: Google Classroom and our bespoke learning management system. Now, the learning management system is via our website, www.nebians.com, where you get access to your your preparatory videos. You can also look at the full brochure here when you get the slides. Ensure to fill out the attendance form if you are just joining us. Fill out the attendance form in the chat. You see a blue link, click on it, fill it out, and we'll be happy to work with you. So these are some of our students' portfolios. Okay, so when you get the slides, you can click on any one of them and view their portfolio. Fantastic set of professionals. All right, and now we move to how you can also take that step and join our next cohort starting on the 6th of September 2025. Now, I've been speaking to everybody up to now. We're 29 persons on this call. I want to speak with only those who are determined to get into tech. Okay, starting with us here at Nebians Analytics on the 6th of September 2025. So if you are such a person, just type I in the chat. Type I in the chat. So let me know that moving from here now, you are the ones that I am addressing, not just the general public. Okay, fantastic. Now, the name of our program, we dubbed it Tech Elevator. Okay, this particular 1 month program that takes you through this fantastic Excel skill and the likes. So the Tech Elevator program costs only 80,000 naira. With 80,000 naira tonight, you can gain access to all the beautiful things that I've just talked about. Okay, plus you don't get to pay 80,000 naira if you're already listening to me on this call. This call, because you attended this call, you get a whooping 50% discount on that program, and you only get to pay 40,000 naira. 40,000 naira only, you gain access to that program. Okay, you can either pay via our website or using a direct transfer to our Kuda bank account 3002-648-016. And once you're done with that, you send me, Muhammad, a DM via my line 0703-215-8619. Okay, send me proof of the payment, and then I'll walk you through your next step in the enrollment process. This is just for people who are passionate about doing it. It is not for everybody. Everybody can afford 40K for something they really want. Okay, but this is just for people who can afford it. And let me tell you, if you are still here and you're listening to me, and you secure your spot tonight, listen. So I have I'm creating exclusiveness now. First off, I was speaking to everybody. Now I'm speaking to just people who want to do it. Now I want to speak with people who secure their spots tonight. Now, if you secure your spot tonight with this 40,000, I will personally ensure that at the end of your program, apart from the extra Excel project you would get, I would ensure you get an end-to-end Power BI project to work on. You'll get a Power BI project to work on that from the installation process down to completing that Power BI project, so that in your CV it is not even just only Excel, even if you can actually get jobs using Excel, right? So, but you would have something extra. You'd have not only Excel, you'd have Power BI to talk about. Okay. So, and listen, and let me clarify, not everybody will get the Power BI. Only those who secure their spot get that extra Power BI. Okay. So they get extra Power BI project to work on. So now these are this is my offer for you. Who am I working with? Who is sending me a DM? Who is sending me a DM? I'll take the next um uh I'll take the next 10 minutes to take questions from the audience. If you have any question, you can either drop it in the chat box or simply just raise your hand. I would allow you on mute or call your name. Only on mute if I call your name, and then I can answer your questions. Who has questions for me? So you can pay, you can pay, either the direct transfer or the pay stack link in the chat. Okay, any which way, ensure you send me a DM so that I can walk you through the next steps, especially if you are paying through a direct transfer. Okay, it will be very necessary for you to send me a DM. 0703-215-8619. DMs, please. WhatsApp DMs and not phone calls, please. All right, so let us start. Peter Okon. If you have a question, you can just go ahead and type it or raise your hand. Itoro Edit said, can we please make part payment? This is 40,000 naira and it's a discount already. Okay, I understand what you mean by, oh, can you make part payment? But if Itoro, are you fine with missing out on the extra Power BI? If you're fine with that, okay, if you're fine with that, all right, you can so we usually don't do this, okay, but normally it's 40,000 there, okay, 40,000, all right, to show commitment. Okay, so here's what I'll do for you, Itoro. I'll come back to you, okay, I'll come back to you. Well, here's what I'll do for you, Itoro. But I will not guarantee you the Power BI because you're not paying in full outright. Okay, now you can pay 20,000 naira now, okay, and then at the end of the month, at the end of this month, you complete the payment before you start the class. Okay, that is what you can do. All right. But outrightly it is 40,000 naira. Okay, so who else? So Itoro, does that work for you? Does that work for you, Itoro? I want to see your response. All right, so let me go to the next question. Nonye is saying, I would have loved to pay now, but don't have the means. Can I pay at the end of the month? Nonye, you are paying 80,000 naira at least. I cannot even guarantee you that 80,000 naira, because by the end of the month, we may review the price to reduce the demand. Remember, demand and supply. When something is cheap, people rush it, right? So when we get to a point where we are fine, okay, with the number of people that have benefited from it, because we actually want quite a lot of people to benefit from it. That will be it, okay, and we can even increase the price just to ensure that only those who really want it will still go for it at that point. Okay, so Itoro, instead of making it happen end of the month, make it happen now. Okay, that's not Itoro, that is non, yeah, rather make it happen now. Okay, I will balance up eventually. By the end of the month, please allow me get access to everything. Okay, Itoro, the only thing I can do for you is only if and only if you make a down payment now. Okay, so it is only if you make a down payment now that you get anything extra. Okay, if you're paying anytime else, you're not getting the extra Power BI. Power BI is not part of the curriculum, mind you. I am just using that as an extra to give it as a gift for those who are actually, I want this and they took it tonight. Okay. So, but you mentioned as long as you attend this seminar, you access a discount. The discount is not indefinite. Okay. The discount is for those who are here tonight. Of course, if those who are not here tonight, they didn't even listen to me, not to talk of getting the discount, right? So if you are here tonight, you've heard the discount, right? If you let it pass tonight, then just forget about the discount. First of all, forget about the discount. Then if you want to wait till end of the month, then I cannot even guarantee you that you see it for 80,000 naira. Okay, so that is it. Then for those who make the full payment tonight, I mean, they get an extra Power BI from me, not from Nebians, from me. I'll give you an extra Power BI project to add to your portfolio so that you have Excel and Power BI in there. Nonye is saying, Nonye, so what's your plan really? What's the plan? Were you the one that say you want to pay by the end of the month? I guess. I think you're the one that say you want to pay by the end of the month. So it depends on you. If you're fine with paying maybe like 120K for this by the end of the month, I'm fine with that as well. Okay, if that's gonna be the price by the end of the month. All right. But this is the offer that I can guarantee you of right now, right here. So the ball is in your court. Okay, the ball is in your court. Faith Salah Karim, your hand is up. Faith Salah Karim, your hand is up. No, yeah. So what are you gonna do? What exactly are you going to do? Itoro, send me a DM once you've made your payment. Okay, send me a DM ASAP once you've made your payment. Nonya, I'm waiting for a response. What's your plan? Don't have the money. That's so sad. Okay, that's so sad. I would have wanted you to, take advantage of this while it lasts. Okay, but would you have up to like at least 100K by the end of the month, though? No, yeah. Can you guarantee me that you have, let's say, 100,000 at the end of the month? Because that would be my advice for you. If you're not taking part of it tonight, just arrange your 100K if you really want this. Okay, just arrange your 100,000. It's already, the number is 0703 215 8619. WhatsApp. Okay, send me a WhatsApp DM with the proof of payment, and I'll walk you through the next steps. All right. That's my salary. Gotta wait for another session then. There's not gonna be another session. No, yeah, there's not gonna be another session. Go to our website. This is not the only program we have. We have some other flagship programs. Okay, this particular offer you are seeing is one time. Okay, this tech elevator offer is one time. So it's a case of you making it happen tonight or not. So it's up to you. If you want to take it, if you don't, then that's equally fine. Okay, so is it Fatiha Salau Kazim? Um, your hand is up. Do you want to unmute your mic and speak to me?
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Please, I would just like to know what the package really entails because I'm an HR person and I would like to divert into tech and I really want to know what I'm going into. What am I expected? I only heard you saying Excel. Is your tech area only in Excel? Or I really need to know what we are going into.
Okay. First off, did you join at the beginning of the session
Yes,
or you
I
joined the
actually
web?
joined from the
Fantastic.
beginning of the session where the woman was
Fantastic.
talking. The woman got promoted. I think I joined from there.
Fantastic one. Now, now this is the Tech Elevator program. Okay, it's a precursor to our flagship program. We still have, aside this, we still have our fully fledged data analytics program. We have our fully fledged data science and business analysis program, which you can go for. Okay, if you want more, information on that, you can you can just reach out after the session and I'll give you. But the thing is this: for those programs, if you are taking our Tech Elevator program, you get an extra discount on those other flagship programs, those end-to-end programs. Now, in our data analytics program, you get to learn beyond even Excel and Power BI. Okay. Now, for those who want to go into any of these parts, either data analytics, data science, business analysis, the Tech Elevator program is a very good start for you. So, what you get in the Tech Elevator program is Microsoft Excel and the necessary employability skills that you need that I talked about. Okay. So, and again, like I said, for those who actually make their registration tonight, they get an extra Power BI project that I'll add to that for just 40,000 naira. Okay, so that is what you get in the Tech Elevator program. All right, so I hope that answers your question. But yeah, it's exactly what I said that you heard that you get. Okay.
How with your certification? Is it accepted globally?
Okay, fantastic. Um, in the tech ecosystem, you're a HR person, so and that's a very brilliant question that you asked. Now, in the tech ecosystem, here's how things work. There are certificates, and certificates are fantastic, but tech recruiters don't care about certificates. What they care, of course, let me first answer your question. We have certificates that you get. Now, in the tech ecosystem, recruiters will keep on asking you, oh, can you tell us a time when you use Excel to solve a problem? Can you tell us a time when you use Power BI, for example, to solve a problem? And you getting hired or not would depend on how you can confidently defend yourself in those interviews and talk about the skills that you have. If you come and present a Power BI certificate, for example, from Microsoft, the recruiter would still ask you the same question. Can you tell us a time when you used Power BI to solve a problem? Can you tell us a time when you used Excel to solve an actual business problem? And your hiring would depend on how you answer that question. So you don't bamboozle recruiters. This is not engineering where you say, oh, you have a degree in engineering, and for that you rank higher than somebody who did not pass through the engineering school, right? It is pure skill. This is skill based. So recruiters will sound you out, okay, and that's what will determine whether you get hired. So I talked about how you get hired. Your CV is what breaks through the ATS, not your certificate, and you are the one who will speak about your skills in the interview, not your certificate. Now don't get me wrong, certificates are fantastic, all right, but recruiters don't really care what certificate you have. It is still the same. That you have a kind of certificate does not mean they will not ask you the questions they need to ask you during the interview. And it is those questions that will determine you getting hired or not. Did I answer a question, Fatia?
Yes, please. Yes, I'm fine.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Do you have any more questions? Or that'll be all.
That'll be all. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. So, what's your take? Are you registering or you have a different opinion?
Sure, I'm registering.
Fantastic. So I'll be expecting your DM. I hope you got my phone number.
I already screenshot your number, so I'm definitely
Fantastic.
getting it.
All right. So I'll be looking forward to getting your DM. Remember, only people look, if you send me a DM tomorrow, forget about that extra Power BI, please. Okay. So there is a reason I am reiterating this now. So that when you come tomorrow and say, oh, I paid, you just pay tomorrow and you tell me I should give you Power BI. That was not the agreement we had. Okay. So that Power BI is an extra from me, not from even Megan, from me as a professional. Who else? Let me see. Now, it's all right. I can see your hand is up, but hang on. Let me take one question in the chat before I come to you. Do you mean Tech Elevator program on data analytics is different from the regular full stack package? Absolutely, Adigun. Yes, it is different from the regular one. It is a precursor. So, and it's good you take the Tech Elevator program, even if you want to take, for example, the data analytics program. Okay, because the truth is, for those who go for the tech elevator program, you get and eventually go for the full stack, you get more value for even less money. Okay, I'm filling you in on a very big update. So so any which way, it is a very good way to introduce yourself to the world of data and also be job ready at the same time, so that you can get all the advantage that you need, um even without the full stack programs, Adigun, just to use your terms. I hope I answered your question, Adigun. So type it in the chat. I also answer this question. Have you registered? So it's already hand is up. You want to speak? I think I answered the
Okay.
questions in the chat. Well,
Le- Hi, good evening.
yeah, good evening. How are you doing today?
Good, good. Okay, I just wanted to confirm, are we going to have a one-on-one interactive section maybe with you? Like if we have questions, we can always come back, like a one-on-one chat.
You mean on the
And
program?
guidance. Yes.
Oh, fantastic. So the program, right? It's you're gonna work alongside other learners like yourself, right? Of course, you'd have myself, you'd have some of our in-house experts who'd also work with you. Okay, and you can ask questions as well. I wish I could show you what the WhatsApp group looks like for the program that just started. Let me see if I can pull up my WhatsApp so you get a feel of the interaction. Now, we don't use WhatsApp for classes, we use WhatsApp for interaction. So if they have questions, they ask. So let me show you the WhatsApp group so you get to see,
So,
in
so,
fact,
so
some of the
again, uh, um, yeah.
that.
So, are we using Telegram because of space? So, are we going to be getting videos or just videos that we can always go back to catch up on?
Okay, so okay, let me explain that. It's already, did you join early? When did you join?
I just joined today.
Did
I've
you
been
join
trying
at the
to
start
join
of the
other times.
program?
I once I click the link. Yeah, at the beginning of this today.
Okay,
Is it today?
yes, the beginning of today.
Yes, I did.
Okay, fantastic. Now let me take you back um to this slide. You'll be making use of two platforms. The first one is Google Classroom. Now, Google Classroom will house everything. So let's assume today is one of the classes. Let's assume this meeting is one of the classes you'll be attending during the program. We'll record it like this as you are attending and then put it in the Google Classroom for future purposes. For example, here you can see this is Power BI class one. This is another class, mind you. So class recording. Can you see class recording, class material login details? So you log in and enter the class. Then we record the class, and after the class, we provide that recording to you so that you can always go back to it. That's one. Then your preparatory videos is on our website. You have an account there, will give you access to the videos, and you can prepare before class so that when you come to class, you are not a total stranger in the environment. All right. So now the WhatsApp that I talked about, let me see if I can pull it up. Where is that group? Let me see. Just give me a second. Let me pull up the.
And also, I hope the time is also flexible, right?
So that's why I asked when you joined the session. I spoke about the time. Okay, let me bring you back. So the timing is on Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. All right, on Saturdays for 3 hours, you get into class. All right, and then for the first 2 Sundays, you get preparatory videos. So typically your classes are just Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We chose that time because majority of the people are available that time. And like I said, the class is recorded. So if for any reason you even miss class, of course, we don't encourage missing class, but even if you miss class, we've provided the infrastructure for you to be able to catch up. Okay. And that was why I was particular about even showing you the WhatsApp group and the kind of interactions that go on there. So the WhatsApp is just for interaction. You want to ask a question. Oh, Mohammed, I'm working on a particular project. I'm having this issue. I've solved projects for people but I don't think that'll be necessary anymore. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. But I guess that pretty much explains what it is. Does that answer your question now? Itoro?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Fantastic. So
And did you also say I will have access to data analysis too?
okay. Now, what I said, let me be very clear. This is Tech Elevator program, and right now it is going for 40,000 naira. We have a fully fledged data analytics program, which is a different program entirely. Except you are registering for that program, you won't have access to that. Okay. Now, what I said was this is a great way to start. And if you start with this, whatever it costs for you to get into that fully fledged data analytics program, you get it at a highly reduced discount in such a way that even people that go directly to that program would even pay more than you who take the Tech Elevator program as an introductory path into the data space, and then later on go for the data analytics program. Okay, so that was exactly what I said.
Okay, that's one.
All right, fantastic. All right, so I'll be expecting your DM into my phone. Adigo is asking, please, do you have a physical location in Kaduna or anywhere else in Nigeria? We don't have a physical location in Kaduna, okay? And we are not limited to any specific location in Nigeria. We operate fully remotely. The experts you'll be working with are people who are located scattered around the country, scattered around the continent. And the reason we do that is very simple. We do not want to be confined to a small group of professionals. Because if you are confined to a small group of professionals, you are only as good as those professionals. Now, this is not to throw shades to professionals that are in a specific locality, but it's just the way it is. If you don't have a taste of professionals from different areas of the region, you won't get that quality, that value for the money that you're paying. Yes, it's cheap. You can argue it's cheap, whatever. If you can get something tangible, you're okay. But here at Nebiant, we stand for excellence. So what we do is we outsource our professionals, bring them on board, and they work with you based on real world experiences. Okay, so if you look at majority of the some, not majority, let me not generalize, some of the other training programs that you have out there, some are physical, you have physical classes and so on and so forth, except the professionals are brought in from wherever it is they are So if they are chasing quality, it means these professionals will have to be outsourced and they will come to you physically, okay, which will cost you a whole lot more than having the professional where they are and having the class remotely. Okay, so again, yeah, and that's why most of them just go for they settle for the professionals within that locality. So you don't want to fall victim of not getting value. Okay, even if it is for free, let me tell you, even if it is for free, I would only advise you to go for a free program if what you're looking for is I just want to upskill. I don't need a job. I don't want to be job ready. I just want to upskill. I just want to learn something new. If that is you, fine. Maybe you don't even need to be here. You can go for. In fact, YouTube will do it for you. Okay. But if you want to get yourself job ready, you want to get access to professionals that can give you, lasting value, then this is where you want to be. Adigo, I hope I answered the question. Fantastic. All right. So, Adigo, are you sending me a DM as well, or what's your plan? So while you're answering that in the chat, Akintunde, go ahead with your question, please.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Mohammed.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Please, I'm one of the people that have already logged in my chances before, but I didn't have a laptop. But I just got a laptop yesterday,
Okay.
and I'm able to get my Wi-Fi ready. So I don't think I can be able to meet August 9 section. If it is possible, can you give me an access, or I should be able to wait for the next one?
Okay. If you've already secured your spot, you probably already discussing one of my team members. Am I correct?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. So you can just continue discussion with them. They know exactly what.
So I didn't know the link. There's no class. I've not been invited to the class for the.
So that's why I said you are speaking with somebody currently, one of my team members, right?
No, no, no. It's you.
It's me you are speaking to. Okay,
Yes,
then.
yes.
Okay, all right, no
I've
problem.
I've sent a chat already.
When was that? This
This
evening.
night, this evening, when you're in the class, when you're in this section.
Oh, okay, definitely. I'll respond to you then. I'll
Thank
respond
you
to
very
you.
much.
But when did you make payment? Let me ask.
Was it not? I think. Let me check the date again. Can it possible?
So
Sorry.
who did you send the message when you made payment?
You,
Okay,
Mr.
all right, no
Mohammed.
problem. All right, yes,
Yes.
this is Mohammed. All right, no problem then.
Yes.
Then we'll continue conversation in the chat then.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, it's a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, let me see. So I have Adigun, I have Fatia, I have Nonye, and Ituro. Those are the only four people that I have that would most likely be getting, except if you didn't speak, but you sent me a DM already to a proof of payment. So this is why I'll be calling it a night. If you are still here, I really appreciate your time, and I hope you were able to learn one or two things in the course of tonight's session. And I hope to see you on the other side, on the inside, in class, come September the 6th. So again, only those who secure their spots tonight gain access to that extra Power BI project that I talked about. So I'm stressing it again because um, that is how it's going to be. Okay, so guys, I hope to see each and every one of you in class. This is what I'll call it a night. Um, have a wonderful night rest, guys.
Good night.